This video is going to be about heavy but so important topic of psychological abuse in psychotherapy. So when I was doing my video about finding a therapist, I said toward the end that I will talk about this topic. First of all, let's understand what psychological abuse is. What do we even mean when we say this? So as you can imagine, there is no one definition. The definition I resonate with, it's when someone is deliberately and often regularly is trying to decrease your self-esteem and self-worth by using words and all kinds of means of non-physical manipulation. I know a lot of words that we can discuss, and I absolutely invite you to do so in comment section. Let's talk about it because there is a lot to talk about. Wait a second, isn't this something that often happens between people in their relationships, especially in close ones? Yes, it does. It really does happen, and I feel like it's our growing edge as a society to learn to overcome our aggressive ways of being with each other. We are yet to learn how to really listen to another person and to honor their experience, their difference, without having to disvalidate it. But right now, I'm not talking to you about the relationship in general. I'm talking to you about this specific relationship where you are looking for that person who is going to be the guiding, the healing agent in your journey, and who's supposed to be a professional at listening to you with undivided attention as much as possible, who's supposed to be listening to you with unconditional love and appreciation, who's supposed to be really be present with you. In work of Heidi Schleifer, she describes crossing a bridge when one person comes to visit the world of the other and to know the other. When she teaches a couple to do this, she describes these two different roles. One is the host, the one who is invited into their world and opening up. And the other person is a visitor, the one who gets to cross the bridge into the world of the other in order to visit and to get to know the other. And what Heidi teaches is that if you want to truly come over this bridge and visit the world of the other, you must learn to leave your world. To the point that you come with only two things. This is undivided attention and an open heart. This is it. No judgment, no your personal issues and stories. All of this has to be left in your world, not because they are not valid, but simply because if you want to be able to see the other, you need to be able to leave all of you, besides the open heart and attention, out the door. This is really what I feel the role of a good therapist is to be present with you this way. And I know it may seem almost humanly impossible, but this is why I feel like we really go to school for such a long time and go so much through practicum and internship and supervision to be able to be present. Now, did you know what common effects of psychological abuse are? It's post-traumatic stress disorder, increased anxiety, and increased depression. Of course, self-doubt, low self-esteem. Wait a second, you want to tell me that a person can go to psychotherapy to get better, to work on their anxiety, to decrease it, to feel better, to be happier, not to feel depressed, and they actually can have an experience that will only increase these feelings? Yes, unfortunately, it can happen, and this is why I'm recording this video, because I want you to know what are the things that you should expect from your therapist. Now, before I start, let me say something. When we begin to bring our awareness to our experience, especially if we are already not feeling so well, what we will experience is increase in the sensations and feelings. So if I'm, let's say, coming into session because I feel really sad and I feel that I'm not, maybe not understanding even what's bothering me, but something is off. My life maybe is, in general, looks good, but something feels off. It's very understandable that when your therapist will be creating the environment for you to explore what you experience, not to run away, not to try to cover it, but to really get in touch with that experience. First, you will feel even more sad. You might be aware then of all kinds of things that you're not doing in your life that you want to do, or maybe things that you're grieving, or maybe something that is missing. Also, if, let's say, there is something you're anxious about, when you're beginning to explore and witness this experience, because normally what we do, we try to escape in all kinds of ways. We try to go and have fun with friends, we try to buy all kinds of things, we try to watch movies, we do all kinds of things that we can only do to just escape this unbearable feeling. And this is completely understandable. But then at some point, because the journey of the soul is to come to true happiness, that's how I see it, then at some point we will understand that there is no escape, that we can't really escape it. We have to face it, we have to go deeper, and we have to discover what is it we are really anxious about. We have to get in touch with the fear. So you can see how in the beginning that experience again intensifies. So here are these few things that I want you to be aware while you are in a session. First and very basic, you want to feel that you are really being listened, that that person in front of you is genuinely interested in what you are saying, they're engaged, they're curious, they're really there, they're listening to you, they're paying attention to what you say. Second, you want to feel that you're being loved, that this person genuinely cares about you. That's a kind of sense that is maybe hard to put in words, but it's not something that you have to wonder and question. Is this person really caring about me? How do you know that you are loved? Well, for me, it's the experience, right? It's something that is very subjective, but it's something that if you ask yourself, you will get an answer. Do I feel like I'm being loved? Do I feel warm in the center of my chest, in their presence? Do I feel that something that's hard to put in words, but that I feel and know in my experience when it happens and when it doesn't? Trust that feeling and know that this is something that needs to be there for a productive, efficient therapy to happen. Another thing, the job of psychotherapist is to help you understand you. It's not about judging, it's not about wrong or right. It's only to help you understand what you want, who you are, what's right for you, and give you that space where you can explore what are your morals, what is your right or wrong, and where you want to go. What are consequences of your actions, and whether you really like it or not. I feel like I probably left out so many different points, and I would really love it if you could help me and point it out in the comments. What did I leave out? What other situation running through your mind that you're thinking that shouldn't be there? So please let me know.